time limit. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from Buffalo, New York, weighing in at 340 pounds, representing the patron saints of professional wrestling, the destroyer of everything, Terrell Kenneth.
Wrestling Brandon Thurston checks every rope, every buckle, every shoe, every sock, every wristband for everything illegal, doing just his job to be the best possible official he can be.
And Brandon Thurston,
call this right down the middle, guys.
Exactly. Brandon Thurston, the leader of the Patron Saints, saying early on in that tag team match when he named himself as the special guest referee, saying that he was going to be as unbiased as humanly possible.
Can you feel that, Ted? Can you feel that, Gavin? This is an absolute presence by the destroyer of everything, the patriarch of the Patron Saints of professional wrestling, and the absolute behemoth, Terrell Kenneth. Terrell Kenneth standing tall, just taking in everything the PWR faithful had to throw his way.
And introducing his opponent, making his way to the ring, he hails from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 315 pounds. He is the leader of the Covenant, the Fisher of Men, Black Sheep, Benett.
And as I was saying early on, Anthony Gaines, Gavin Glass, this is set to be an absolute hoss battle. The Fisher of Men, the Black Sheep, Benett Cole, taking on the destroyer of everything, Terrell Kenneth. It's a battle of the Covenant versus the Patron Saints of professional wrestling.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Did you say the Fisher of Men? What an absolute unsettling moniker as Benett Cole makes his way to the ring. And I want to notice something. Besides Brandon Thurston, who is the completely unbiased official in this match, both men, they've left Dakota Orion, they've left Vinny Moon, they've left James Sager, and they've left Nick Merrick all behind. The Patron Saints, the Covenant all behind. This is a hoss battle, every sense of the term. And again, I say it, 405 live. And look at Brandon Thurston bringing his own patriarch back to the corner. But Benett Cole looks ready for battle. But that's not to discredit Terrell Kenneth. Brandon Thurston checking both men as Benett Cole being a little bit of a more subjective man in this contest as Brandon Thurston checks them both, but Terrell Kenneth an absolute focus here as we get underway.
Reinforce the ring, because here we go.
That was lame, Gavin Glass, as this contest is underway. An absolute stare down as the destroyer of everything takes on the Black Sheep.
Oh, Terrell Kenneth.
This is what somebody might implement as a dream match, so to speak.
Terrell Kenneth starting things off, both men just trading elbow shots to each other's faces. Benett Cole, a couple of unanswered elbows now.
You're familiar with professional wrestling, Ted. This is what some might call the irresistible force meets it. Take it away, Ted!
The immovable object.
The immovable object! Well, which is which here at Pro Wrestling Rampage? That's a huge form. It's meant to the chin of Benett Cole.
Terrell Kenneth now. Boots right into the chest and the midsection of Benett Cole. Benett Cole almost fainting, almost collapsing into that bottom turnbuckle.
No mercy
with the boots of Terrell Kenneth.
And a lot of people don't know this, but I've actually trained among the likes of Terrell Kenneth when he was a young up-and-comer, perhaps 30, 50 pounds.
Benett Cole pulling that top rope down. Terrell Kenneth out to the floor.
Terrell Kenneth has had a mean streak since day one and has nothing but evolved that since day two. Benett Cole has bitten off maybe a little more than he could chew. Maybe I'm biased. But damn it, Benett Cole has got to do a lot more than just have a couple of guys like the dark side Benny behind him to get the job done. Terrell Kenneth looks in a bit of a compromising position though, Ted.
Eating a couple of chops to the chest from Benett Cole on the outside. Terrell Kenneth reeling. Benett Cole one more time. Terrell Kenneth grabbing hold of that guardrail.
Brandon reached the count of 9 and then hopped to the outside and told both competitors they gotta get back inside. He could have just counted 10. Here's where the bias comes into play. Do you think he did this for the love of the sport, or do you think he did this for Terrell Kenneth?
Terrell Kenneth taking out the legs of the Black Sheep. Benett Cole on the apron.
Tell you what, Ted, I've trained under Brandon Thurston. He is one of my trainers, and I tell you, he loves wrestling more than anybody I've ever known.
Now, you said that Brandon Thurston, obviously not counting the 10 for a double disqualification, was a very biased call? Is that what you were saying?
I don't like to say that. I like to say, could it be a bias call, or could it be a love of the sportsmanship? Does he want the match to end, or does he want it to keep going for the love of 405 Live here at PWR as we get underway here? Terrell Kenneth in control.
Very true. I definitely want to see Brandon Thurston call this down the middle like he said, but Gaines, do you have faith in one of your trainers, Brandon Thurston, to call this down the middle?
Tell you what, none of my other trainers, at least 3 of them, have had a customized polo. I gotta tell you something here. The patron saint of professional wrestling does a lot more than just get a customized polo made. That speaks volumes. I trust Brandon Thurston as a superior.
Gavin Glass, how about you? Do you trust Brandon Thurston to call this down the middle between the Covenant and the patron saints?
It's not looking too likely this far. I mean, obvious disadvantage to Benett Cole at this point. I mean, he has his own boy, Terrell Kenneth, destroyer of everything. Obviously, the muscle of the patron saints of professional wrestling here.
Shot for shot, here is Benett Cole versus Terrell Kenneth. Terrell Kenneth getting the bit of a best of him here as Black Sheep Benett Cole has his back. Terrell Kenneth, who may be getting just a little too arrogant here, I'm not sure.
He might be. Terrell Kenneth has Benett Cole placed over that top turnbuckle, and Terrell Kenneth charging. Big splash to the back.
And why shouldn't he be
Benett
with
Cole.
maneuvers like that, Ted?
Benett Cole collapsing down to his knees on that middle turnbuckle. Down to a compromising position. Ted, you have to agree. Not from a wrestling standpoint. I'm a wrestler, you're a commentator. I'm a wrestling commentator. He has to get him down to a compromising position. Because somebody needs to realize that this is a power struggle right now. Exactly, and it looks like Terrell Kenneth is trying to do exactly that. Cover on Benett Cole now. 1, 2. And Benett Cole getting the shoulder up at 2.
Maybe spoken too soon, referee. Patron saint of pro wrestling, Brandon Thurston, 1 counts to 2 count as Terrell Kenneth gets a rear waist lock, maintaining control. Now, it may just look like just a waist lock, but the power of Terrell Kenneth really might compromise where those ribs lie, bringing them in just a touch, and absolute disgustingly educated maneuver.
Terrell Kenneth wrenching on the waist of Benett Cole. Benett Cole grabbing hold of that bottom rope. Breaking up the hold.
Veteran move. Benett Cole been at this a little bit longer than Terrell Kenneth. Hell, a lot longer than Terrell Kenneth. Brandon Thurston looks on as he likes to see his protege, Terrell Kenneth, really implement the lessons that he's dished out.
Notice how he's really focusing on the midsection of Benett Cole.
Absolutely. It's a large midsection. It's like looking at an area that you can't not look at. It's too big not to look at. Benett Cole, a 62-inch waistline. He has to understand that that's a huge target.
Oh, Benett Cole!
Benett Cole!
As agile as he is one, leaps up for a huge leg lariat.
Both men are down now. Terrell Kenneth, obviously worse for wear, as Benett Cole trying to take advantage of the momentum of the crowd here in Erie.
Benett Cole, a little bit more left of him. Terrell Kenneth has to do something, and you gotta think, look at Brandon Thurston having a little bit more fairness to him. Terrell Kenneth's down, but he's still maintaining fairness.
Headbutt from Benett Cole to Terrell Kenneth now. Right hook has Terrell Kenneth dazed. Clothesline, Terrell Kenneth still up on his feet though.
Here's where that hoss battle comes into play, Ted. You said it absolutely right. Here it is.
He has a big man up.
Oh!
Huge body slam to Big TK. And Benett Cole has the crowd fully behind him now.
Benett Cole off the ropes one more time. Big senton to Terrell Kenneth. Cover on TK. 1, 2. No luck. As TK able to get the shoulder up at 2.
As a semi-expert of the senton, I gotta let you know that Benett Cole may have overshot that a bit, didn't quite get all of it, and that may have been why Terrell Kenneth did not get all of it here, and that's why he may be cowering towards the ropes. But look,
good observation.
The veteran instinct here of Benett Cole, staying on top of not letting him get a lick of room here. An opportunity to breathe. Benett Cole goes up to the top, feeding into the crowd, possibly for the 10-count punch. Referee Brandon Thurston on top of this as Benett Cole unleashes hellfire and fury onto the forehead of Terrell Kenneth.
And just by the speed of these punches, you can tell how much this match has taken out of not just Benett Cole, but both men.
You're absolutely right. Oh! Two of the biggest super heavyweights go toe-to-toe here. Brandon Thurston reaches 2.8 here as a big super bomb spine buster by Terrell Kenneth brings Black Sheep Benett Cole off of his feet. And I gotta tell you, as an unbiased commentator, again, I am a fan of what's going on in here. House battle at its finest. This is combatanship.
Now hold on, Gaines. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
passionate Ted, but
Terrell Kenneth arguing with his mentor, his leader, and the patron saint, Brandon Thurston. But Terrell Kenneth having his back turned to the Black Sheep Benett
into
Cole.
the chicken wing hole, but he has 9/10 of it. Can he get all of it? He's got to hook that in the hammerlock. He's got to deepen that choke. He's really got to do what it takes. He's got him in a compromising position. Terrell Kenneth is not strong on his back, much like your average tortoise. Terrell Kenneth has to do something to get off of his back.
Brandon Thurston asking TK if he wants to give up, and Terrell Kenneth able to get that boot onto the bottom rope.
Two things here, Ted, and I'm going to take a little bit here. The veteran instinct that Brandon Thurston has implemented in his students, such as Terrell Kenneth, reaching for the ropes like he did to just get out of that chicken wing hold, expertly applied. And not only that, Brandon Thurston, again, much like the 10 count, wanting to see this contest go on instead of disqualifying for giving hold on. Terrell Kenneth back on his feet, looking for that Vader splash. Stops himself short.
Benett Cole able to move out of the corner, and Terrell Kenneth stops himself from giving the splash to Brandon Thurston.
Some might say that Brandon Thurston may be acting as a referee, but I gotta tell you, Benett Cole, 382 pounds. Terrell Kenneth, 412 pounds. That is a combined weight of over 900 pounds, crashing into Brandon Thurston, and his men go toe-to-toe, Ted.
Benett Cole now. Look to Terrell Kenneth in the corner. Terrell Kenneth up and over. Kenneth off the ropes. Oh my God! Black hole slam.
1, 2, 3. That's where's Brandon? Where's Mullen? Where's CJ? Where's Ash?
No referee in
Somebody
sight.
count the 3.
Oh, come on, Benett Cole.
Dad, you had your opportunity. This is all my air right now. This is an absolute hoss battle, and I am invested as a wrestler, as a fan. Good God.
Benett Cole would have been victorious over Terrell Kenneth if there was a referee. But Brandon Thurston getting knocked out of the ring. Side swipe from Terrell Kenneth to Benett Cole.
And yet again, no
Kenneth calls
referee.
that running crossbody full death, and the ref is your mentor, my friend. And Benett Cole sits up! Oh! There's the chicken wing! A compromising submission. Where's Brandon? Where's a replay? replacement ref. Somebody get in there and count this. He's down for the count.
Thurston's back in.
And Brandon Thurston calling for the bell.
What?
What? I mean, is it because Terrell Kenneth is out? We'll have to hear
going on
it.
here?
see a submission.
Shut up! I'm trying to listen to the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner as a result of a disqualification.
Wait.
The destroyer of everything, Terrell Kenneth.
You gotta be kidding me.
In what regard? Ted?
Brandon Thurston said that he was going to call this match down the middle, giving the disqualification to Benett Cole.
Tell him, man. I'm angry. Simmer me down.
Brandon Thurston handing the victory to his partner in the patron saints of professional wrestling. Now Terrell Kenneth going after Benett Cole.
An absolutely disgusting maneuver. I am disappointed. As a fan, as somebody passionate about professional wrestling, the patron saints really pulled the wool. Oh, look. What a disgusting bun. They pulled the wool over the black sheep's eyes here in PWR. And Terrell Kenneth walks away with the victory. I, as a fan of professional wrestling, am just utterly disgusted. I'm a fan of the bad guy, Ted. Gavin, I'm a fan of the bad guy. This doesn't sit right with me, man.
I can't say I'm a big fan of that call, but I also can't say I expected any different from Brandon Thurston as a special guest referee.
James Sagan making his way in, checking on his partners, evening the number here. But Terrell Kenneth, a little bit of disrespect, throwing the used wrist tape there at James Saga, who may not take too lightly to that, but is more concerned about his partner. This is the difference between the two men. This is student versus teacher versus friend versus friend. Mentor versus mentor. And this isn't over yet, is it, Ted?
Absolutely not. Patron saints and the covenant. The war wages on. This is only the next chapter in the book.
Patron saints of professional